Why should you watch the Trump Hills Real Estate Investment Show with Tim Egan? Have you ever heard this quote before? Landlords grow rich in their sleep without working, risking, or economizing. That's pretty good to hear, right? Andrew Carnegie once said, and I quote, that 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. Again, another mind-blowing quote says buying real estate is not only the best way, it is the quickest way and the safest way to become wealthy. Yeah, that's true, and I must say 100% true. But there is a problem. Buying the wrong real estate is your surest way to become forever broke. Why is that so? The real estate sector is one industry that can be a life changer for those who understand how to get involved in it. And for those who do not, it is going to be a hell. Unfortunately, there are so many people doing this business without a clear thought or concise purpose for getting involved. In fact, one of the very many reasons people own property in this part of the world is to simply be identified as a landlord. While that remains a very good image to portray and a purpose to own a property, I must say that it is far from its actual importance. The fact is that our laws, even though tend to be liberal and very friendly to its citizens, have more than necessarily resulted in massive losses for those who genuinely want to invest in it. For example, for you to invest in a property today, you need the government to approve all that is needed for you to construct on that land. But beyond that, it must have been identified as a developable place in the chart of development by the state, otherwise known as cartography. What that means is that for those who intend to buy properties in far less cheap areas and then wait for a very long time before they make use of it, which of course is usually the best ways to invest in properties, peradventure the government decided to use the location for their personal business. You can agree with me that you have not only just lost your initial investment, but also lost the accrued profit that would have come to you. Or maybe the farmers on that land decided to develop a structure on it. The law will not be friendly with you if they decided to make a case with you. Can you see the dangers here? This is one problem amongst many that we shall be discussing on this show. And for the purpose of this show, we shall start by treating in-depth issues like this. I mean, major problems faced in this sector of the economy. Well, we want to ensure that we take every bit of information here and dissect it well enough for anyone, even if you haven't done property business before, to be able to understand and speak about it wherever you are with facts and figures. I wish I knew all of this before starting out when I first started in 2004. I would say that between the year 2004 and 2015, every property I invested in resulted in one issue or another. For some, I've had to let go totally because the mistakes I made were irredeemable. And for just a few, I had to reach a compromise to allow for fresh air. Sounds funny, right? Well, the truth is, most times, your ignorance can be so disastrous, so much that when you finally realize you have indeed messed up, you will begin to ask yourself if you actually went into a deal as ignorant as you were. Let me give you a clear example of mistakes I made in the past. One was where I built my first house. After building the house, I moved in without any embarrassment. And then a few days afterwards, I had settled in. A man known to be sitting around the house drinking palm wine at a palm wine joint while construction was going on came up with a notice from the state government. And the instruction was for me to quit or have the house demolished within 15 days. Very ridiculous. At the time, I was a banker, so I started running helter-skelter to get the issue fixed. Well, I spent close to 2 million naira with the thought that I had fixed the issue. Actually, when I got the first alert on this property, I wanted to do strong head, but a lawyer called my attention to it and asked that I settled it fast or get shattered in the course of pursuing the struggle. So I had to start the process of actually settling amicably. Behold, after spending that much, 2 million, I was invited again by the state government for a second warning. With shock this time, I ran to the family of this man, only to find out that they were all aware and were just setting the trap for me. I rushed back to the woman that sold it to me, but I got one of the dumbest reactions as she was startled and didn't utter a word. I left. Now I went to the agent. In fact, his own reaction was even more mesmerizing. I was caught between the deep blue sea. Well, to cut the long story short, I sold the house at a giveaway price to a stronger politician who could speak with the governor and resolve whatever. But for me to even sell it to the politician, he made sure I shared the money or the payment he made to me with the man claiming ownership of the land. It was a total loss for me. Well, I would say I bailed out. That could be the right words, but believe me, that wasn't a bailout. I lost. But again, building that house came with lots of issues. In the coming days, I shall be sharing how those problems were. You definitely may have experienced this or heard others go through this kind of challenges before. Let me say that it is indeed heartbreaking, and for you to avoid these problems, then you have to stick with me on this show. In the coming episodes, we shall be talking about more problems. And I mean deeper problems, very glaring problems you could actually escape. From understanding the laws of our great country on property or land investment to finding genuine property, developing, investing, and more. So stay with me as I come back again on the next episode. My name is Tim Abel, and I am the CEO for Trump Hills Estates. You could just like, share, and connect with me on this journey. Thanks, and stay blessed.